Hello, my name is Maximilian.
And I'm David. And together we are Tabletopper.games.
And today we welcome you to our table, to our gaming table that is. And we are going to play a whole round of Under Our Sun with you in our backs. So we try to make this as fun as possible. We're going to explain some rules, but not highly detailed. We would like to give you guys like an overview how a round is played. And we just start by our new rulebook.
Yeah. So you get an idea how you do the setup and how you play a couple of rounds, and then I think you have a much better idea of how the game is played. So this is our new rulebook here. Let's say, the latest version of our rulebook, which has been in the making in the last 2 years, pretty much, and which is right now being translated into English. So right now it's only German, but we're gonna do the setup reading of the rulebook.
By the way, this rulebook will be online on GameFound in the next couple of days for you guys to read through, translate on your own, but this is of course not going to be the real rulebook. It is, everything you see is the prototype. It's done by us, crafted by hand, so this is not the quality that will be in the final game, of course. But
not the final product. Okay, so I think you can read the introduction into the story yourselves, and so we're gonna get right at the setup and start. So, point 1, choose your mission.
This time we are going to choose Mission 1, Part 1. And this is something...
First mission's name is Search and Rescue.
This is going to be our goal for today. We're going to read this later.
Just as an explanation, we won't go through the whole mission today. This is not a go-through. We're just gonna give you an idea of how the setup is done and how you play a couple of rounds. Point 2, choose the starting player.
That is, we take the three wonderful dice, which are of course not the ones that we have. The ones that we will have are clear and custom built and
prototype.
So and it counts that we try to get the most hits. That is this symbol here. I got 2. David has 0.
I have 3, my love.
So he gets this. Where's the token?
The starting player token.
I'll look for that.
Well, I'm the starting player.
Must be somewhere. Anyway, I'll look for this. He's the starting player and goes on with this one.
Number 3, choose the playing mode. We can either play cooperative or semi-cooperative. We strongly recommend that playing semi-cooperative is only for 3 players and up. That's what we recommend. You can try, but that's what we recommend. So we play cooperative, and now
So we do not need those beautiful cards that show either if you're part of the group or the trader. These are going back to the box today, so no trader.
Point 4, choose your character. So
since he's the starting player, he is allowed to choose the characters.
So we have the thick skin, which is kind of the damage taker. We have the medic, no explanation needed. We have the scout. I also think that's pretty clear. He's swift, he's good at evading, he's good at exploring. And we've got the veteran, that's our soldier in the group. And as always, am I taking the veteran today? Scout or the medic? I think I choose the thick skin today.
Oh, jeebus. Okay.
I take the damage taker.
So I'm left with scout, medic, or veteran. Since I'm feeling scouty today, I'm going to choose how's that going to be? This way. No, this way. I'm going to use the scout, and the other two are going back in the box.
Okay, so we will stack our character boards with the health point cubes the water.
That's true.
And our fitness and action trackers. And we go to point number 5, which is choosing your starting items. So in Under Our Sun, in the beginning, you start in your base, which is New Haven. This is New Haven. And there we go to the equipment chamber where you can
the armory.
The armory, that's the word I was lacking. Where you can equip your character with possible items. For that we choose the item deck and we choose the starting items.
You got the starting items have, where's the camera there? Have like an indicator down in the left corner. And I'm going to shuffle those without looking and pulling out 6 of them. So
6 random cards from starting items.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, we've got gear.
The rest I put on the side right now.
And each player has a certain amount of points that they can use to buy starting items. You always have at least 4. It depends on the amount of players. When you're 6 players, you have 6. When you're 4 players, you have 4. When you have 2 players, you also have 4, and you break them up between the 2 of you. So each of us has 2 starting points to choose starting items.
Because on those cards, as you can see, for instance, oops, where's it? There. There are 2 blips. The new design is easier, so you would have 2 stars. That means this item, to buy this, I need to invest both of my points.
So now we choose. Of course, we know the game a little bit, so we can choose a little bit more tactical.
The thing is, surviving in this game is one of the key aspects, and the night, for instance, one of the phases during the day is pretty harsh and mean. If you're not in one of those beautiful tents that we have. So we could invest our points together and have a tent right away, but I would be fine if we're not choosing the tent.
Absolutely.
Today.
I will choose the rope. The rope makes me faster in difficult terrain.
So he has to invest less points to go to certain points. So, and since my attack is not that good, I'm going to equip this item, which is used in fighting, and I can open certain treasures with that. So these.
Wait, we have more points. We only.
I spent it too.
No.
Oh no, that's one. That's right. So I'm sorry. It's my bad.
I take the band-aid.
That's why we changed the design on the new ones.
The bandage. That will help me because I'm the damage taker. So I think I'll be in the first row.
And I'll going to take the sun cape, which, as the name suggests, might protect me against the harsh sunstorms. These 2 that are not used are going to be used in a second, so I put them there because we move on.
We chose our start items. Now we get the game setup ready, so you would shuffle all the cards.
Ta-da!
We've done that. Shuffle all the cards, put the game tile of New Haven in the middle, prepare your stack of random resources.
That's the thing. We have a bag, and I pre-set all the little cubes that we need for the this bag. So you put all those in here, give them a shuffle, and it's set.
Perfect. And point number 7 is let's start.
No, wait a second. We have to set up the the trading post, right? Haven't you read
trading
that?
post. Oh yeah.
Thank you, David.
Of course. I'm sorry.
He is new to this game. He has only played like hundreds of hours. So we have a trader. Sounds yeah, like trader. It's the same word.
It's a trader. Yeah. I
Okay.
think so. Well, Put it in the comments if we're totally wrong.
That's right. So it's a guy where you buy stuff. So it's important for us. And I'm going to put it where
in Germany it would be the petrol station, the gas station.
Yeah, probably. So it is in New Haven. It's a guy who has the stuff that we haven't used. We can buy from him. So this goes in here. And then I draw one. By the way, this is the loot deck. That's one of the decks that we are not allowed to look through. I'm going to draw this. Oh, wow. And he has a huge cool item. He has a gun.
So basically, this is Lawrence. That's his name. And he is one of the trading posts of our base of New Haven. And each time you meet one of those traders, you set up his resources. You set up his items that he has. And you can go there, trade. You can steal if you feel like stealing.
But
today.
not this guy.
Not this guy, not Lawrence, not the trading post in New Haven. But if you meet one outside, you could even rob him if you feel like a robber.
Okay. So, what does it say? We're done, right?
We're done. Last point is let's start. So in the beginning.
So by the way, this is the whole setup.
This is the day tracker. As we already explained, the game is separated in different phases of the day. You've got the morning, you've got the afternoon, you've got the night. And after that comes the preparation phase. At the start of the game, you skip the preparation phase and go straight to the morning.
But we need to know what to do with our... we have to use... Sorry. Get our characters into the game. So I got this and I got these ones. These are going back in the box. And David is, will you give us the honor to... We got the setup. Oh no, setup is still in German, but...
Okay, Mission 1, Part 1, Search and Rescue. So, in the beginning, you set up your game. As we already said before, it's an open map. So, to know where you draw your tiles from, you have to do a little setup. So, you shuffle 5 into each of these piles. These are just random tiles, board game tiles. And in 2 of those, you shuffle one of the target tiles.
The target tiles are actually indicated with the target marker, this little flag. So what I'm going to do is...
So each one has 5, 5, and 5.
So we put one of them like this on 2 of them.
Shuffle them.
This is shuffled. I put it on top. And now the one where we don't...
Where there's no target tile.
That's the top. So this is our draw pile. I put it over here so we can still see it. So this is, if we do an explore action, we draw from this one.
Okay.
And now the introduction.
You are abruptly woken from your sleep as one of the settlement guards storms into your quarters. Out of breath and with fear in the eyes, he tells you that 3 members of the community were abducted by the Sons of Liberty in the early hours of the morning while working on the outskirts of New Haven. Right away, a meeting is held and a rescue team is put together. You are amongst the first to volunteer for the mission. Your mission? Search and rescue. After equipping yourself with supplies and water in the armory, you set off into the vast wastelands. Our first task: find the settlers, or find the community members by exploring your surrounding. Once you find a target tile, read Mission 1, Part 2.
That's a different card then, and then the story goes on. So, we got our mission. So...
I'm the starting player.
And the game starts with... first, one of the mean and fun things in this game is
the weather.
This little deck here. That's the sun deck. It kind of shows the mood of the sun at the moment, and it could be okay, it could be
it's the weather report.
It's like a weather report, but it's full of tears.
So let's see what's the weather today.
Let's go.
Oh, and we are very lucky because today the weather is mild, which means it's sunny, it's hot, a breeze is going over the land, but there's no effect. That's lucky for us. Okay.
Oh, by the way, fun fact, these are still the prototype ones where the text is aligned on the left, and since our last poll, we know that we are going to align center.
Okay.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much for any poll that you guys take part in, because that really helps us.
And any comment. Thanks.
Adhere to infections. Nobody of us is infected so far.
Yet.
Not yet. Drink water. So I'm drinking water. I have to take one water and put it in the pile.
Hydrate.
And now choose your actions.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to. Oh, yes, we're so bad. We forgot to stack the New Haven tile.
Okay. Each player gets a little card where you see what your choice of actions are. Of course, we know these actions, so we won't look at that card very much. I am the thick skin. I could either explore, move, jump into a field. Those are my two options at the moment.
By the way, if he jumps, he is able to save some actions, but
it's at the risk of jumping into something bad.
Yes, that's true. So what do you do?
I will
explore.
Jump.
No.
Of course, I'm the thick skin. I will jump. Jumping takes 2 action points.
Maybe we should call it storm or something. Storming or something. We'll see.
And you see, my risk-taking move doesn't pay off because I take the risk, and there's an enemy indicated by that exclamation mark.
So move your guy in, reduce your points. You did that.
I did that already.
I'm going to draw from this.
And anytime, you're moving the table.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Oh yes, I did.
Anytime you move into a tile with an exclamation mark with an enemy in it, you draw an enemy card from the enemy deck. Oh, that's a bad one. We have a Nightcrawler.
This is, by the way, one of the worst and most feared. There you are.
And most seldom. So that's really bad luck.
Enemies in the game. I was still finding the words. By the way, sorry for our poor English, but yeah, you know.
We do our best.
So, and you are actually screwed because he jumped into it, so there's a fight
straight away.
You have an attack of a green die and a yellow die, indicated by his attack value.
You have your certain skills here. You have attack, you have strength, you have dexterity, and you've got stealth. And in this case, there's no stealth anymore because I just jumped in. So I have to use my attack skills.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to put this beautiful standee here. These are going to also... By the way, this is not going to be white, of course. It's just, you know...
The graphic designer
Yeah,
talking.
I'm sorry, that's...
So, we've got a fight. Let's look at the enemy cards to explain that.
I'll hold that.
You see a little text, which I should read. It's German. I'll try to translate that quickly. Out of the dark, a huge figure approaches you. A powerful Nightcrawler is attacking you. Beware, his bite can cause an infection, which means when he attacks, you have to roll 1 green dice, and if you have one of those success symbols, I'll be infected. And infections are not nice.
We'll see that in a second.
We'll see that. I'm pretty sure that I'll be infected. On the card, you see the dice power the character has. You have a white column, which indicates his dice in the day, and you have a dark column, which indicates his dice in the nighttime. So the Nightcrawler is a little bit weaker in the nighttime, in the daytime, which might be
helpful.
For my thick skin.
By the way, this in the middle here is ranged combat. It is grayed out, so the Nightcrawler has no ranged combat.
Okay. So, let's attack.
I'm going to play as the Nightcrawler for this instance.
So, we can explain the fight here. For fighting, everybody rolls his dice at the same time, and then you see how much damage you deal. There's no taking away of the damage. The full damage is dealt. Let's see. I'm dealing no damage. Wonderful.
Oh, no
You
damage.
deal no damage.
That
That's
is
quite an eventful fight.
That's good.
So that was the initiating fight. And now any action I would take... Oh, we didn't stack that.
That's true,
here.
because we were so busy.
Any action I would take on that tile will provoke an attack. I don't have to attack that character. I could also try to take the resources you see here. I could explore other tiles. But any action I take will always provoke an attack from the Nightcrawler. The Nightcrawler has 6 health points. Let's put his health points on a card.
By the way, this is a debate that we always have. Do you put all the cubes on the card and then removing the health points, or do you put the cubes on there as you do damage?
You put them on the card. There's no debate.
See? That's the thing. There's no debate. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I also only have 6 health points, so this is a powerful enemy. I think what I will do, I will jump straight into the next field that takes 2 action points. I will jump.
One
here.
second.
Wait.
But all of you that listened well, you know that he did something else than fighting, so he's going to be attacked without the possibility of attacking back.
Any action you take provokes an attack. So I jump into here. 2 action points.
Into
another enemy!
Into the another enemy. Beautiful.
Well, and here we go. This is unusual, and that's what we talked about. The replayability of that game is so high. Whatever you do, it's always different.
So, let me first give you some
damage.
Goodbye damage.
Thank you very much.
It's 2 damage.
2 damage. Here comes the special ability of my character. I'm the damage taker. Whenever I get damage, whenever I get more than 1 damage, the damage is reduced by 1. So I take 2 damage, reduce it by 1, I get 1 damage.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
The problem is that the Nightcrawler also inflicts infection.
That's the fun part.
So, Max,
I'm going to roll a green die.
Please infect me not.
One thing to know, we have 3 different dice colors, and a red one, so 4, but these are the main attack ones. Green is the highest chance of success, yellow afterwards, and blue is I think at 38% or something. So it's 68, 50, almost 50, and then 38, something like that.
37.7?
Probably.
Yeah.
Then we have a red die, and this is only occurring if you are low in health, so you drag yourself across the landscape.
I'm sure we get to that.
Probably this, and then you have to roll this with you, and these have just cross on there, and every cross negates 1 success.
We'll get to that.
As I said, the green die and
no infection. I'm lucky.
You are lucky this time.
So let's use our little.
Actually, you don't
help here.
David always liked to put tracking markers on, but we only have 1 Nightcrawler on the card.
Yeah, but now we get our second enemy because I jumped into an enemy.
And still, we'll see. Yeah, but it will always be the Nightcrawler. Here.
I know.
I'm just saying. Ooh, and we have
a Son of Liberty member, a weak one. A Strider, exactly. So a skinny Strider of the Sons of Liberty is standing in front of you. He looks at you with thirst in his eyes. His gaze meets your water bottle, and without another word, he attacks you.
So, I'll check as the player in charge on this one. Check his stats, and he has 1 green die during the day. So, 1 green die.
Okay.
You're green and yellow.
Thank you.
And you're in a world of pain in a second.
Well, I'm
Leave
good.
this there.
I'm sorry. You want that there,
no,
right?
Look at that. It's perfectly
I
aligned.
just want to move it out of my way.
I know.
Okay, let's go. Attack!
1 hit point, and I got 0.
Hit points.
That's good.
Okay. So whenever a new... do we have to stand D?
Of course we do.
Whenever you activate an enemy, you do 1 round of attack, which doesn't count onto my actions. And now we start the actions again.
It's like the initial fight or something.
I will attack that guy.
Again?
Yes. So that takes 1 action. Here on this little card you have the attacking action, so I choose attacking.
Oh, by the way, one thing I wanted to point out first. On this tile, now we have the resources that this tile provides. Some beautiful art. Here up there is something interesting because it has a container that could be full of loot. And this little symbol up here shows how many points you have to invest to move into that tile. Oh, and by the way, you'll see there are circles, or where there are circles on the graphic. That means how many players or characters can be on a tile at a time. Sorry.
Okay.
That was the rule.
Yeah, attack. So let's roll our dice at the same time.
Yeah, sure. I have 1.
I have 1 too.
So 1 gone from you.
Okay.
Do you want to keep on, or?
Yeah, of course. I'll attack him.
Again?
Yes.
Did you invest your points? So 0 against 0. What are the odds?
Well, that's random.
So
and now I don't have any actions, which means my turn is over, and it's Max's turn in the morning. So again, we go through our little
cheat chart.
Yeah, thank you.
It's called day tracker, or day indicator or something.
Day 1.
Day 1, true. Use the correct ones. Sorry. Game designer habits. Sorry. So I do not draw a sun deck card because it says only the starting player. So I start with investing or losing a water. Buy water, and now I do not have an affection. I have everything I need, and I have 6 action points to invest. Oh, thank you. So I am going to not go over here because I don't want to fight. I'm going to do it the right way. So I'm going to say I'm exploring this field, this tile.
You do it the scout way.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not the right way.
And since my recon has the ability to do a recon action once per day, per phase, without any costs, I'm going to put this marker here to remind me of I used this action. So I did this, and I see, oh, that's a pretty interesting looking tile. So I invest 1 point to move into here.
Oh wait, do you want to take the resources from New Haven?
Nah.
No?
Nah, not yet.
You're sure?
Yeah, sure. And I'm going to take resources, and I'm going to invest 1 point, and I'm allowed to take 2 resources, not 3, just 2.
So taking resources, 1 action point for 2 resources.
And I'm slotting in those grooves in here. The thing is, once you have a resource in one slot, you're not able to put an item on there. So you have either a slot with 3 resources or you have an item. That comes in later in the game. It's always like a balance of what is more valuable for you at the moment. Okay, cool. I do not need you know what? I'm investing 1 more point to get this one.
Okay.
And I am... Since I don't want you to jump into the abyss, I'm going to explore this with 1 point. And this is a field that is quite interesting because we have, again, some nice resources. There's nothing, but we have a container. So in the new artwork, there's a small symbol next to the container that determines either you can open it with dexterity or with strength. And since this is the prototype, we have to roll a simple die. 1, 2, 3 is strength, 4, and it's dexterity. So I'm going to... That's good for me actually, because I'm pretty good at dexterity. So I'm moving in with... I can't move in because it costs me 4 points. So...
And you only have 2 points.
Yes, that's true. So I'm going to explore this next tile next to it.
It takes 1 more action point.
Yes, and it's going to be... Oh, look at that!
Look at that! Lucky!
We found a trader. I'm always confused because trader also means like the guy that works against you, right?
A traitor.
Traitor. No. Same thing I always had with ladder and ladder.
So the trader is indicated by this symbol here, the 2 hands that trade. And there's a certain way how you set up your trader, which is explained in the rulebook.
Oh, he has lots of guns.
He has a certain amount of random items. He has a certain amount of random resources.
That's where the bag comes in again.
And players can move in and trade, or
steal.
They can steal, they can rob. However, those traders, they're pretty strong, so that's actually not recommendable unless you're really strong. And you can also have them take your items apart. So you could go to the trader, ask him to take your item apart, and you get the resources it would take to craft that item. So if you have an item that you don't really use in your game, you could make that item, you could turn it into money or resources or whatever you need at the moment.
So since I don't have enough points to even move in this field because it's cost me 2, I would then use my last point and explore this one.
Yeah, our mission is to find our members of our community anyway, so scouting at the moment is probably the right move to fulfill the mission.
That's true. So, and I'm done, and that goes back to the starting player.
To the thick skin. I am still on my tile together. Oh, sorry. We move on, and now we're in the afternoon. And at first, we always follow the setup, and we have to draw. I'm the starting player, so I have to draw a sun deck card. See what's the weather in the afternoon. Oh,
again,
that's kind of boring. Let's take another card.
Sure,
for fun. Oh, we've got heat. It's very hot today, and that means the sun is blazing from the sky, and the heat is flimmering over the ground, and everybody has to give 1 water. You need to drink more in the heat.
So this effect stays the whole afternoon.
So next point, drink water. And here we go. I only have 1 more water in my water bottle. Fortunately, I'm on a tile with a water fountain. We'll see about that in a second, because I'll give that Strider his well-deserved rest by attacking him.
hopefully. So, attack is my first action. Sorry, I put up my action tracker to 6 actions. And my first action is attack. Successfully!
1, but he's still able to fight back.
Because it happens simultaneously.
1, so with his last breath, he still swings his whatever he has as weapon. And now comes the fun part. You can invest 1 point,
I absolutely
so 1
will.
action.
So I will scavenge the body, as I like to say.
Looking for loot.
Looking for loot, which I can roll a green dice for. I have 1 success.
And 1 success means he has actually an item described here and says Messer, which is German for
knife.
That's correct. So
I get a knife. So let's look
these,
at the item.
by the way, these are item cards, and as indicated with the eye on there, you are able to look through all the items at will, and they don't need to be shuffled. And there's the knife. There you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's a bit
Thank
bloody
you,
still.
Strider.
Strider goes face up on the bottom of the stack.
Strider goes to Strider Heaven, please.
Thank you.
And we put a little, how do we call those in English? Use marker.
Yeah.
We put a marker on top of the enemy sign, and now I'm all by myself on this tile.
Just for the marker is here to indicate that there's no spawning of a new enemy here until the next day. So it's safe for now.
So I will open the container.
First of all, we have to roll the die. 1, 2, 3, 4 is strength again, and for you it's also dexterity, which is awesome for you because you only have 1 green die.
Well, at least a green die. I'll use that.
He needs 1 success.
1 action. No success.
No success. So the box stays shut. The big guys, like, by the way, the miniatures are beautiful.
Legend Loom.
Yeah, these guys are awesome. Well, there you go. Oh, come on.
And we will use Legend Loom just quickly. They're a couple, and they're from the Netherlands, and I think they originate from Ukraine, and they are really great. Well, if you need any STL minis, call Legend Loom. But enough of the advertisement. I will use my Band-Aid to recover 2 health points.
That costs no action because it does not say it on the card, so it's a free action.
So 2 health points. I feel a little better, and I think I will use my next action to refill my water bottle. We have a water fountain here. Water doesn't work as a resource, but it's rather a source of water where you dip your water bottle in, fill it up, and all of my water is refilled. And it will refill in the next day. We'll get to that in the preparation stage. And with my last 2 actions, I use 1 action to try to open that box again.
That's pity.
And you know what? I'll try it again.
So
I really want that box. Come on.
Ah! What are the chances? Honestly, this is
Bad luck.
quite something. Or it is just because look at this guy, right? He's standing in front of a very delicate metal box, like with a intricate lock.
It's
and
bad
he's
luck.
Like,
It's bad luck.
no, he's dumb. Sorry, I'm the scout. I could open it like cling. There you go. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Thank you. Okay, now it's my turn. Since you have done all your actions, I move up my counter. I have to invest a water, or not invest, lose a water.
Drink.
Thank you. And I am... You know what? I'm going to use 2 actions to move into your space. And I'm going
you take that box.
I'm opening the box with dexterity. I have 1 yellow die.
Oh, thank you.
No! And 1 more. This might be dumb for you, but yes!
Well, this is very nice. You basically push me aside and say...
No, I'm opening it for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I have the item then?
We'll see. And you draw 2 of the item cards, and you're able to keep 1. So what do we have? Ooh!
That's how containers work.
That's how containers work. That's high reward, and I love the fact that we have 2 unique, funny things in here. So we have the water bottle, which is quite useful to get
water bottle powerful.
More water, or you have an old poster of a unicorn, which says you find an old poster of a unicorn. It might be worth to something to someone. So this is, you see, that has nothing, no value, but it has a water. There you go. Sorry, a water value. So if I would go to a trader, this is worth 6 water.
I think you can tell that we both have daughters.
That's true. I'm going to take the water bottle, of course.
Well, why don't you take the pony poster?
It's not a pony. It's a.
What would your daughter say?
It's a unicorn.
What would your daughter choose?
Yeah, of course. It's true.
Okay.
This box is empty, so we put this marker on there. I'm so sorry.
Thank you very much showing me how a container is opened.
I could. You want the water bottle? Should I give you the water bottle?
No.
Or there's no stress between us.
Well,
right?
you have a water bottle. I have water.
See, that's the thing. Oh, I'm getting thirsty.
And we're getting into the night. I think we should stay together anyways, because at nighttime, the creepy crawlies come out.
Yeah, night is something not pleasant. You know what? I'm checking out this beautiful place here.
An event.
And there up there. Beautiful art. We have resources again. It costs me 3 to move in there, but this sign says event. That means if we move in here, it triggers one of these awesome cards, which are mostly good.
Yeah, I think the percentage is 60 to 40.
Sorry, I have to invest a point for that. Since I can't move in here.
No, I would. Let's stay together, because at nighttime you don't want to be on.
Yeah, then I'm just revealing this for.
Let's explore.
So
that's a good one.
That's honestly a pretty nice one.
Lots of iron and food.
The thing is, all these precious resources we have on the board right now, they are only there once. So once you take these and use them, they will not replenish. Replenish? They will. Yeah. So it is. In a longer game, it's quite tense. Water will come back during every morning, so water fountains will be replenished.
Okay.
But for instance, in this set, we have 2 water fountains, and we have 2 players. If we would have played the same thing with 4 players, 2 players would have like thirst. By the way, you gotta stay hydrated, kids, while playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this water with the lemon. It's very good.
Let's move into the night.
That's not good.
Because, you took your last action.
Yes.
So, evening is over, and we move into the night.
At night, there is, surprise, no sun deck, because it's night.
So, adhere to infections. Nobody of us is infected. Drink water. So I'm removing one of my waters. Refill your action points and draw a night card.
Night cards are very, very interesting and
bad. So usually you actually want a to be in some sort of
Shelter.
Because in a shelter you only draw one night card per tile, and we don't have a shelter, which means we have to draw a night card each.
At my turn.
Night card is a good one because it's a quiet night. Of course, with the sunstorms and the activity, you have polar lights.
It's called Aurora Borealis, I guess.
Well, if you're in the northern hemisphere.
Aren't we not?
Well, we are. So, you're absolutely, scientifically, you're right.
Thank you.
And so I lucked out. I had a quiet night, and I can now play my 6 actions.
But David, remember, you need to sleep. Otherwise, during the day, you have to sleep somewhere, because in the preparation phase, your fitness is moving down 1. That means you will. That means you're going to lose 2 actions if you're in the lower stage.
And you know what I'll do? I'll sleep 1, 2, 3, 4 actions to sleep, so I can move my fitness tracker up, and my last 2 actions, I think that you will be in trouble. So I will wait.
That's a smart move, David.
That's a partner move, and
he's saving his action points for later during this day. But the catch is he is only able to save them for fights. So if he would save it, and there would be no fight in his area where he could take part in.
Those were lost.
These were lost, yeah. Right.
So, but I wait and see what Max does in his turn, and maybe I can help him in the case he has to fight, which I think he will.
So, I'm going to... Where are we? No infections. My last water is gone. I'm going to move my action points up, and since this is my first night and we don't have a camp, I need to draw another night card, and it is.
Oh my goodness!
You know what?
I think those were not shuffled.
That may be for the purposes of showing you that not everything is so smooth. I'm going to draw another one, and we have this here. And I think everyone knows, even without knowing German, what this eye looks like. That's like a panic attack. It's not good. The darkness around you is too much for you. The last couple of days were too much, and you crumble in fear and shake on the floor. Kind of rough translation. That night you have -3 actions. So 1, 2, 3. That means I cannot sleep, which is, for the purpose of this show, pretty good. For the game, pretty bad.
So that means, let's go through the preparation stage, and then I think you guys have seen enough. We don't want to give everything away.
But the thing is, I would not do anything right now. We are not fighting, so we skip to the preparation phase.
But to be honest, that was a pretty good night. We didn't meet any creepy crawlies. We didn't have to fight.
That's true.
I mean, you had a panic attack.
That's still okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So this beautiful marker walks over to me. I am the first player. We do the cleanup. That means all those little markers that indicate that we will not meet new enemies here are gone, which is bad. Then we have the day tracker. We move it on 1 more because we have events, or we have missions that are time sensitive. So you have to be in a certain spot at a certain time, or you lose. That's the thing, right? Now we would have. Now we have. Thank you. We have.
No!
We are in the step of enemy movement, and it's pretty simple. You check out where are the enemies. We have this beautiful Nightcrawler here, and we're going to roll a die.
And see where he moves.
And see where he moves. An 8-sided die, of course.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. or towards the closest character.
So
That's 8.
I'm going to roll, and it's 7.
So he stays where he is. That's fine. We're happy with that.
And by the way, only this mechanic alone is so stressful if you're low on health and you have several enemies around you, and you're like everyone's like moving in a different direction and blocks your way, and it's pretty tense. There we go with fill up the waters. So we have 1 water hole here that is filled up again.
That's good for you.
Fitness going down 1. So David is putting his in the normal state. I was in a normal, haven't had sleep. I moved down 1. I'm tired. Means every round until this is moved up again, I will only have 2 action less, so maximum of 4 during the normal day. And now comes the thing where you need to invest food, and that's why I have food here. I need to eat in the morning, or we sit here and eat. I eat my snack. By the way, these are the same colored as health points, which means if they're down here, they're food. Then if I invest in action, I can move them up, and I ate the food.
Well, I don't have any food, so...
Oh, what are you gonna invest then? Health!
I will invest health.
That's true.
So, my health goes down.
And then we would move up. I would draw a new card, and that would be, for instance, something awesome. Just to show you, we have like storms and the mighty...
Let's not show everything.
That's true, I'm sorry. So, this concludes the quick how to play and run through.
And that's 1 day in Under Our Sun, and usually you play about 3 to 4 days in a mission.
Depends on the mission.
Depending on how well you play and how quickly you find your target. Let's quickly have a look when our target would have been there. The second tile would have been our first target tile, and that would have taken us to mission 1 part 2. And I think you already get kind of an idea that it's very replayable. You see that every game is different depending on whatever your tiles have on them, what character you choose, how lucky you are if you find water. Sometimes you play games and you have lots of water, sometimes you don't have water at all. This was a pretty friendly round to us. We were not really damaged, and some rounds are not so friendly and you die on the first day.
But the thing is, and that's the thing, I love to play with David and other friends, like in 2 players or even alone. But for me, I like sometimes to spice it up. So if we're 3 players or 4 players or even 5, then you have this little deck. And having this moment where you're not certain if the guy next to you is actually on your team is really, it's thrilling, it's fun, it can be annoying, but I love it. But that's the thing, it's optional.
Well, we might show you that in another playthrough with 3 players or 4 players.
That's true.
But enough for today.
I hope you enjoyed it.
You played your game very well.
You too.
Thank you for showing me how to open containers.
Thank you.
That was really nice.
And stay tuned. And I hope you join our campaign and you liked what you saw. And all the best from Munich. Cheers.
Any questions in the comments, please.
Bye.
Bye.